everyone, Gifted Soul here back for another video, and I have another unboxing for you guys. It is the Angelanswersoracle deck by Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine. So this is the authentic first edition. So there has been a reissue of this deck where it's solely only Radleigh Valentine's name on the deck. There have been a few changes to that deck. But I say if it's not broke, don't fix it, because I feel like it's kind of the same deck, to be honest. Yes, he made a couple changes, and they say that the guidebook has been edited as well. But yeah, so instead of getting the reissued copy, I wanted to replace. I'm not necessarily going to stop using my older one, but I have always had the authentic version. So my box that got tore up eventually. Usually the boxes last, but for some reason that one ended up getting tore up. But here is my older copy, or my first copy rather, and this is by Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine. The gilding is no longer there because I used the deck. I guess you could say I overused it, and eventually I just stopped being careful with shuffling. I just got tired. So yeah, this was the end result of that, and I just wanted to replace it because yeah, that's my older guidebook. So the same one as this one, the same exact one. It's just that I wanted to get a new copy. Now, you're probably wondering how much I paid for this. Gifted Soul is not paying hundreds of dollars for anybody's Oracle deck. Maybe when I become rich, hopefully we can do that. But as far as now, Gifted Soul is not doing that. But my price range for a deck is probably at the most maybe $25. But I have gone up a little bit more than my average scale of how much I'll pay for a deck, which is maybe no more than 40, somewhere in that range now maybe. But as far as like 70 and 80 and 100, like that's no, that's not happening, y'all. But so I wanted to unbox this for you guys in case something happens, and I want to be able to show you the deck while I have it brand new, while it's sealed, while there's still gilding on it. I'm not exactly sure when I first got my first one if I did a video on it or not, but yeah, so I got this for $24. It was a complete accident that I stumbled across it. I wasn't even trying to buy a deck. I was just looking at stuff and maybe looking at decks and stuff to buy, but I was not getting on at the time to buy anything. But then I saw a listing. Again, I didn't look for it. It just popped up. Angel Answers, the authentic version, Doreen Virtue Radleigh Valentine. And believe it or not, $24. Other people are like hundreds of dollars, $70, all of that. And I'm not going to do that for a deck that I already have, but to replace it for $24 wasn't bad. So of course I got that, and of course I don't have scissors, so, and I'm not biting this thing, so y'all, ooh, bear with me. But yeah, I'm very surprised. It is the original, it appears to be, but I'm surprised that this person, you know, was willing to sell it that cheap. So, and I'm grateful for it, because I was trying to replace this deck. I ended up, there was somebody that put it up for auction on eBay before. Y'all, I don't want to bite this. And it's crazy because the plastic is good enough for me to rip it, but for some reason. Anyways, here we go. We got it. But yeah, somebody had it for $25 for bidding, but obviously other people bid it at the last minute, so I didn't get that one. But then again, somebody put it back up, and here we are. So like I said in a video that I just uploaded for you guys, it uploaded pretty quickly. that my words and stuff on this particular camera that I'm using now, it's backwards in reverse. So I am going to read to you, you know, what's on the box and things that I may show you in the guidebook or whatever. But so on the back it says simple, trustworthy, and direct advice. And then it says sometimes you need a simple and to the point answer to your questions, such as is it yes or no, and when will I get that job, meet my soulmate, move to a better location, and so on. This card deck offers you trustworthy guidance when a short but sweet response is required. If you're navigating through a confusing situation, these cards will yield straightforward answers to give you the clarity you're seeking. Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine, the best-selling authors of Angel Tarot cards, bring you a deck that cuts to the chase with the most pertinent information you need to know. The 48 beautifully illustrated cards come with a step-by-step instructions in the accompanying guidebook. With Angel Answers Oracle cards, you'll clearly receive the guardian angel's direct and loving messages. So the cover design is by Nick C. Welch, illustrations Marius Michael George. Yeah, so let's go ahead and open. So wow, they weren't lying when they said new, because it is kind of hard to open just a little, or not even a little, a lot. So bear with me with this. This is how you know your decks have not been used, or at least barely, but this one is completely brand new. So in the inside, it's orange. Again, it's in those sturdy boxes. So we have a guidebook. It's just weird just looking at two copies of the same deck. One is used heavily and I have a new one. That's crazy. But yeah, you got to get on the deals, y'all. You got to get on the deals. I saw it and I was like, $24. There ain't no way that I'm not about to get that. And I've been needing to replace this deck. So $24 is literally pretty much nothing for an authentic Doreen Virtue deck. So yeah, so that's the guidebook. And of course, we're going to get into that first before we get to the cards. I have the cards on my lap. So pretty much it is a simple deck. The only thing that people do complain about when it comes to this deck is that sometimes you can't get a simple yes or no answer. They have different angel messages included throughout the deck, to where of course you're not always going to get a simple yes or no, but I do feel like it's good that they've done that, because it gives you a little bit of room to use your own intuition. Like say you get the Ask Your Angels card and it's just like, you know, you have to really think about that message. So I'm glad that they did do that. And in the new or the re-release rather, I did say they did some changes to the guidebook. I don't know because I don't have it, and since I already have the original, I don't really plan on getting the reissue because I feel like there is no point, specifically because they're, you know, basically almost the same deck with a few minor changes. But of course, if I wanted to get another one, it would definitely have Doreen Virtue's name on it. No offense, but I love Radleigh Valentine too. I love Radleigh Valentine. So it's just that I wanted to get what I started out with, and that was the original. So let's see. So this was, it doesn't say, I don't think. Let me see something really quick. So I got my old guidebook and my new one. Okay, so for some reason in this guidebook, in my older one, it does tell you the publication year, and this was 2014 released. I don't know why it seems like it could have been longer than that, but 2014, I was not collecting decks, nor was I doing readings. Yes, I had psychic abilities, but I was not feeling like I was ready to come out, tell people, and start work and stuff. So 2014, I was getting started, yes, but I didn't fully come out. So, And at the time, I didn't get decks until like the next couple of years after 2014. Well, and I'm tripping because yes, it does. It does say publication right there. Apparently, I just can't see today. But yeah. So it has other decks by Doreen Virtue. A list of decks that she's created. Table of contents. How to work with the Angel Answers Oracle cards. It says how I can get a simple yes or no answer to my question. So what you do is simply just separate the cards. Even in the original, that's all you have to do is, I hate that these words show it backwards, but that's all you have to do is separate the cards, get you the yes or no's and whatever you want to separate, and then do it that way. But honestly, I use the cards all together because there is a way to still get a yes or no, even if it doesn't directly say, oh, yes, I'm going to get that job, or yes, I'm going to be able to move out of my current house, you know. And then it says, how do I know the timing of when an event will occur? So there are time frame cards in here, like within the next few months, a year from now, perfect timing, within the next few weeks, that sort of thing, in the near future. And again, I know so much about this deck. Yes, I am unboxing this new version, but I do have an older copy, so that's how I know about the deck before we're even getting into the cards. And then it says, I want to talk to my angels, but I don't know how to use oracle cards. How can I get answers? So it says, we, Doreen and Radleigh, have been asked these types of questions many times in the classes we teach. There are occasions when everyone wants detailed answers to their inquiries, but what about those times when all you need is a quick and easy to understand response addressing your concerns? We created the Angel Answers Oracle Cards deck for you, or for just these kinds of situations. Perhaps you want to pull a quick card for support and confidence, or maybe you're trying to choose between multiple options and you need a crystal clear sign pointing out which choice to make. Whether your concern is about romance, career, health, or even just day-to-day decision making, these cards make getting answers extremely easy. So of course it has information on how you can clear your deck, how to use the deck, preparing the cards, asking a question, shuffling, which all of that you can use your own processes for. You do not have to use what is in the guidebook. Keep that in mind. So, and then she has like a prayer you can say. I usually pray over my decks, or if not directly praying, I do just, sometimes I sage them, and sometimes I will just charge them with crystals. But so the prayer she has in here: come through these cards. I ask that the answers I receive be clear and easy to understand. Please help me see, hear, and feel, and know your messages for us. I ask that this card readings bring blessings to everyone involved. And then we're talking about some jump out cards in here as well. Multiple card decks, or using the deck with other card decks created by her, or just in general other decks. And then we get into the meaning of the cards. So again, it's all backwards here, but it's very simple and tasteful. You have the card in black and white, and then you have what's on the card, which is going to be this little phrase or word right here, and then just this, and then it's like that for every page. It's not a whole lot, it's not too much, it's just enough for each card. So, and obviously at the end of the guidebook, towards the end, aside from the credits and the address of Hay House and all that good stuff, we have, what the, I'm looking at this because it's sad. I don't flip through the guidebook much, y'all. I'm only doing it now because I'm doing an unboxing for you guys, but I did go through it in the beginning. So, okay, there was a note section. I didn't realize that, or I didn't pay too much attention. But there is a section where you can journal if you want. I prefer not to journal inside of the guidebooks, but hey, to each their own. Get some post-it notes and write and stick them in the book maybe, but I just don't like to directly write in the book. So yeah, it's a couple of pages. Well, no. Yeah, a couple of pages where you can write notes on. And of course, you have about the authors. They start with about Michael Marius George, who is the artist. Then they get into about the authors, Radleigh Valentine and Doreen Virtue. So that is our guidebook. I'm going to put that over there. And we're going to get into the cards. Everybody's favorite part. So just orange, like I said. And this little thing is on it. I don't like how it's already off almost, but I guess it doesn't matter. So it is gilded with gold. As you can, like, you would not even realize that this was once gold before. It's crazy. You wouldn't probably even know I had gilding on it if I didn't tell you. In person, you can see slightly where there is like gold residue on my older copy, but other than that, it just doesn't look like it has any gold or has had any gold at all. Okay, so yeah, so 44 cards. These are not in alphabetical order, and I'm willing to bet I believe they did come in alphabetical order when I first bought them. That's, like I said, my first copy. What I'm not liking is they do kind of seem like, even though it's a very brand new package, but they do seem like maybe the manufacturer got curious and was like, let me flip through these cards, you know. But yeah, because I'm pretty sure these might come in, well, or am I, you know what in the world, I'm tripping. But definitely they are in alphabetical order. I don't know why I said they weren't. Okay, yeah, I need a nap. Okay, so a year from now I'm gonna read them, because again, the words are reversed. I don't know how I can fix that. I don't like that at all, but it's what we're working with. So we have abundance. It's just a keyword there. You have a little pretty angelic photo, or I don't know, I guess digital art maybe, but ask for help from others. Ask your angels. And this one's, so the thing about gilding, a lot of the times when you first get a deck and it's new and it has gilding on it, some cards may be stuck together, but it's okay. Just take your time pulling them apart. So be assertive. And they are glossy, of course. And I don't know if I showed you the back. I showed you the back at the beginning of my old deck, but this is the back. Of course, that doesn't come out backwards. Okay, so yeah, I got interrupted for a brief second, but that's the back. And we have big happy changes. Choose a new, okay, so some of these are stuck, so bear with me. Choose a new direction. Communicate clearly. Compromise. So it's not that different from, like I said, it's just a few minor adjustments to the reissue, guys. So I just wanted to be, you know, extra and just get the original. Obviously, I wasn't finna buy a copy expensive if I could help it. So forgiveness. So for the original, y'all, I got lucky with finding this price, and maybe you could find a good price too. It's very possible. So get more information is what this one says. Helpful people, if you believe. But just know that when you look it up on anywhere, the original, you're going to be flabbergasted at these prices. Okay, so I have a couple of cards stuck together, and come on, what are you doing? I feel like I'm about to mess this up. Okay, these are like, I don't know why they feel like they are super glued together. Okay, I'm gonna come back to this. I don't want to. Yeah, okay, we're gonna get those out in a second. Okay, so it's up to you. Let go. Listen to your intuition. And that looks to be the image that is on the cover art in the guidebook. In the back of the cards, of course. So we have look for a sign. Meditation brings answers. We have the no card. We have the no card with the exclamation point. So even more of a no. Could be positive or negative depending on what question you're asking. So for example, if you're asking, I guess, am I pregnant? And you get this, that's a no. And by the way, I wouldn't like rely on Oracle or Tarot cards wholeheartedly for those type of questions. That's just an example. I couldn't think of any other question right now, but no need to worry. Not the right time. Opportunity. Peaceful resolution. Perfect timing. Reconsider. Recovery. Remain positive. Romance. Okay. So I'm having to skip over. Ugh, Jesus, these are stuck. It's the only thing I don't. Okay, I got them. So success. The situation will improve. Take action. Oops. That crackling sound is me breaking them apart because they're gilded, but they're stuck. There's something better. Trust. Unlikely. Wait. Within the next few months. Within the next few weeks. Yes. Okay, here we go again. Okay, so we got the yes card. The yes with the exclamation point. You're ready. And then these other three that we have that were stuck. Or two. I don't know. 2 or 3 here that are stuck together. And Jesus. Yeah. I don't know if I can. I'm going to actually pause this and be back when I can get this off. Okay, so that took me about a minute. Felt longer than that. But I don't know if you can see. You can't see any damage really, but I almost have to rip this apart to get this off. So there are like little indents, but it's not bad. It still looks new, so it's fine. So improving health, which... You know, it was in alphabetical order, but because I have to skip over them, they're out of order at this point and in the near future. So, that is the original Angel Answers Oracle deck. This is by Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine. Pretty much the same theme that you would get with the reissue. Few minor changes. It won't have the gilding on the new ones, on the reissue, guys, so keep that in mind. The gilding will not be there. It will be plain white edges. So if you get the reissue and you're like GiftedSoul, you kind of, you know, showed us, you know, the gilding. I am showing you guys the original deck. So, yeah. As far as the knockoffs, if you do get a knockoff Doreen Virtue deck in general, some of them, like if they've had, the originals have gilding on it, they do have gilding on those, but they're not actually gilding. It's just like a lot of, it's like glittery, and it does come off easy. So I accidentally bought a knockoff Romance Angels Oracle, and I have the original, but I wanted to replace the same situation here with me, you know, updating, I guess you could say, my older copy or my first copy. So, and let's see how it shuffles. If you want, you guys could think of a question. Shuffles great, but again, it's gilding, so I have to be careful. Okay, we'll take that. So, take a second to ask a question. Yes or no. Doesn't really have to be yes or no, but it can be. So whatever you asked about, Spirit is saying to remain positive about it. It's going to happen if you believe more so than anything. Have faith in the situation and stay optimistic. Staying optimistic will definitely, a lot of the times, change the outcome. So, and I feel like this is also saying that you can manifest anything as well. You have the tools necessary, Spirit says, to remain positive. Things will work out for the best. So that is the answer to whatever question you guys have asked. Now, I will go ahead and just give you a synopsis from the guidebook from that, but that's what I felt from just looking at that without the guidebook. And I'm not really, like I said, I'm not a guidebook person. And for a deck like this, I will barely be using the guidebook. Remain positive. I just saw it. Okay, so the angels are asking you to keep an optimistic attitude. There's a very positive momentum beginning to build toward the creation of your desires. You're speeding your dreams along by maintaining a cheerful and confident demeanor. It may seem as though your plans are taking a long time to manifest, but very soon you will see a change. Don't allow yourself to lose hope when your dreams are so close to coming true. So yeah, and also don't let, that's what the guidebook says for that. Don't let someone or a situation, the look of a situation, keep you from moving forward. Don't let that be your setback, because sometimes things look worse than what they really are. So remain positive for the things that you can't see. You know, what you don't see coming is usually, it's a blessing coming out of that. So just because it looks dark and gloomy on the outside doesn't mean it's going to remain that way, and it doesn't mean that that's the end of your story and that's the end of, you know, the situation. You can work it out, so remain positive. So that is what I have for you guys for your collective message. And again, this is the Angel Answers Oracle original first edition, Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine. The reissue is only by Radleigh Valentine, but pretty much the same deck, just no gilding. The theme colors have changed. Like there's pink still, but yeah, you'll have to, they haven't changed, but yeah. I would do a comparison, but I'm not sure if that's going to be necessary, because it's similarities, too many similarities to really just get that deck. So, and then I'll have 3 Angel Answers decks that's just too much. So that is what I have for you guys. I thank you so much for stopping by. I wish you much love and light, success, happiness. Hope you guys are staying safe out there, and I hope that we can connect again soon. Take care.